guy's driving me nuts. Jeez. Can't even listen to Bing Crosby records like everybody else in the world.
Nick, what do you get with the program? It's Christmas. You gotta have a little spirit. Here, have some of this soup. This is
No, come on, I don't want any soup.
Come on, have some soup.
I
You'll
don't
feel a
want
lot
soup.
better. It's good for you.
I said forget it, all right? I'm sick of the soup. I've been eating the stuff for 2 weeks now. You drive me crazy.
Okay. Go over the list, will you? The Christmas list.
I don't want to go over the list, okay? We've been going over the list now all day, all right?
Nick, look, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, you know. I mean, I realize it's a crummy time of the year to feel sick, but please don't take it out on me.
What are you jumping down my throat for? Did I ask you to put the soup down my throat? No, I didn't.
All right,
ask you to
okay.
do that.
No soup. The soup's not down your throat. I'm putting it down the sink, okay? There, the soup's gone.
I'm sorry. Well, man, you know how I get when I get sick. There's a lot of things that get at me right now. Christmas time wasn't that good for me when I was a kid, and I just get bummed out when I think about it, you know. Ever since I've been sick, that's all I've been doing. I've been thinking about it, man.
Why don't you get out of here? You know, take a walk, take a vacation. I don't care what you take, but whatever you take it soon, will you? Before one of us kills each other. Give it a rest, will you? Nick's got a headache.
Oh, again? Yeah, I'm sorry about that, buddy. I really didn't. Look, Nick, are you all right? I'm sorry about the Christmas tape. If you had told me that it bothered you, I would have turned it off. I didn't realize that.
No, I'm fine. Hat's a nice touch.
You like the hat? Oh, because Cody told me that you have a headache. Oh, it's a tree, I mean. Cody told me that you have a headache, and I understand how excess noise and pounding
Really?
can really
Please,
get inside.
I'm fine.
Will you sit down, please? Yeah, listen, I can get you anything. Maybe a cup of tea
I'm fine,
or something.
I'm feeling better already. See, I'm happy.
Oh, that's great, because hey, I got a great idea. Hey, Cody?
Huh?
Cody, come on up here. I got a great idea. Why don't all of us go out and pick out our living Christmas tree? What do you think? The big green one we're going to have. Yeah.
Good, yeah,
Like
that
that?
sounds great. Nick, let's go.
No, I'm going to pass.
Come on,
No,
Nick.
no.
Will you come with us? Go get dressed.
Give the spirit. You know.
No. I'm going to
All
go
right.
downstairs and watch some TV.
I love this time of year.
Yeah, hello.
No, you chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, you know, all that.
Murray, it's 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, I can be right over. Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
What is it, Nick? What's going on?
It's my Army Reserve commander. There was an accident in training exercises yesterday, and a soldier was killed.
Oh, gee, that's too bad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
They want me to escort his body back home to Wyoming for burial.
Can't they get somebody else?
No. Well, it's a tough time of year right now, you know. Most of the guys are married, they got families, or kids, you know. Besides, like you said, I guess I need to do something about my mood, right? Maybe what I need to do is be around other people who have more problems than I do.
This should destroy any other plans you have for the holidays.
It's really nothing compared to what Private Wilkinson's family must be going through. I'm more than happy to help out, really.
Well, I knew you would be, Nick. That's why I called you. This'll brief you on everything you need to know about funeral escorts. Essentially, it means transporting the body back to a local funeral home, coordinating a military honor guard. The deceased father's a vet, and he wants you to use members of his own VFW post for that.
Sir, can you tell me how Private Wilkinson died?
It has a freak accident, a 1 in a million faulty load on the mortar range. A shell detonated right on the training line. Private Wilkinson never knew what hit him. You know, I know having someone from his own guard unit there is going to mean a great deal to the Wilkinson family. Thank you, Nick. I really appreciate this.
Thank you, Colonel.
I'll be home soon, in a little while. I miss you too. Please, darling, smile, and we will sing our favorite Christmas tune. Don't be sad, my love.
Coffee, Ben? Here. You've been freezing out here for an hour. We could be out here a good while longer, Ben. Believe me, I've been through this many times.
Well, I haven't.
Wilkinson. My name is Captain Ryder, sir. Please accept my sympathies.
Sympathies? In the military, I don't need.
Mr. Wilkinson? Maybe you ought to put on my jacket, sir. It's a little chilly out here.
Better keep it on. Liable to catch you death of cold.
Is there anything else you'd like me to do for you before I head on over to the motel?
Sure. Requisition me another son.
You know, I could call in for a later check-in time if you feel like talking.
Talking? Put the Army manual away. I ain't interested.
Mr. Wilkinson, I'd like to be of some help if I can, sir. I understand how this must be for you.
You don't understand a damn thing.
Sir, could you wait up, please, sir?
Wait? Why wait? I've been waiting 3 years for my son to come home for Christmas. Thanks to the Army. Didn't do me much good, did it?
No, sir, I guess it didn't. No, I think the best thing right now is just to get through this thing and try to get on the other side of it. Mr. Wilkinson, sir, please. I can't feel exactly what you feel right now. I wouldn't presume to say that I could. But I've lost some people in my life, too, sir. Some pretty terrific people. It meant a hell of a lot to me. And that's not from an Army manual.
Ben? Ben?
Evening, Olga.
I didn't want to bother you at home, but I just made a special batch of my holiday fudge, and I thought you might like to have some.
Appreciate it, Olga.
If there's anything else you need, you'll let me know?
I'll be fine, Olga.
All right, then. Good night.
Good night, Olga.
Good night.
Holiday fudge.
It's nice to have people who care about you.
Look, you gave up your Christmas to help bury my son. Why? Orders?
No, sir. My guard unit, that's the way we are. We're there for each other no matter what.
Some rule in that manual of yours says you have to call me sir all the time?
No, sir. I don't.
What's your first name, Cap?
Nick.
Nick, that motel you'll be staying in is a flea bag. You might as well stay here. You may need this.
I was just looking around. I hope you don't mind.
You're my guest.
You know, I saw the mitt lying here and I couldn't resist. Reminds me of the one I had when I was a kid. You know something? Just about every kid I knew had one of these things. You know, the official Mickey Mantle model with the fake autograph on it? You remember those days?
I remember.
It's a real happy part of my childhood. Sure was for Ricky, too. You know, this thing looks like it had a lot of hours of catch.
Never helped him much with his ball playing. He was always second string. You know, he played well enough to make the team, but not enough to play a lot. I tried coaching him, but it didn't help.
Well, Ben, sometimes coaching works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Unfortunately, coaching can't teach you how to live your life.
Sleep well, Ben.
Hello. Wilkinson residence.
Hello, Ben.
No, this is Nick Ryder. I think Ben's asleep.
I'm so glad you answered. I didn't know where you were staying. I've checked all the motels. This is Phil Resnick at the funeral home.
Yes, sir.
Can you come over to my office right away, Captain? We need to talk.
Is there anything wrong, sir?
The body in this casket is not Ricky Wilkinson.
Mr. Resnick, I don't understand this. I have read the official report. There were no other bodies. There were no other injuries. Private Wilkinson was the only fatality. He was killed by a mortar explosion. Now, I want you to tell me, how can you be 100% absolutely sure that this is not his body?
By his feet, Captain. You see, when Rick Wilkinson was 15 years old, he fell through the ice on a frozen pond. Now, he could have died, but he was quite fortunate. He only lost one toe on his left foot to the frostbite. Now, the toes on this young man are all intact. I'll show you if you like.
No, I take your word for it. What am I going to do now? Ben thinks that his son's funeral is tomorrow. Today. It's going to take me days. It's going to take me weeks to straighten this thing out. What am I supposed to tell him? How am I supposed to tell him? Morning, Ben.
Hey, I thought you were asleep.
No, I had to go out and take care of some things. Listen, it's really a nice day out. What do you say we go out and grab some breakfast, huh?
Hey, I got more food in this house and I don't know what to do with that. Olga Nemchik, she keeps bringing me plates of things. Why do people always bring you food when somebody dies, anyway?
Hey, listen, let me help you.
What? No. Fine. Just look at me. Boy, you'd think after 8 years in the Marine Corps and 2 wars that nothing could shake you up. It's not true.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Listen, Ben, do you think we could sit down and talk for a minute?
Sit down and talk, huh?
Yeah.
That usually means something important.
Let's just sit down. Come on.
Huh?
going to have to delay this funeral.
Why?
Well, Phil Resnick says that there's a question on whether or not we actually have your son. Ben, I've been on the phone in California for the past 3 hours, believe me, trying to straighten this thing out, and the Army insists that it did not make a mistake. Ben, I feel like this is my responsibility. I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Do they know who is in that casket?
No, not yet.
And Ricky could be alive.
Ben, I'm not going to let this thing hang. Now, my roommates are looking into this thing for us. You see, in civilian life, we're private detectives, and we're pretty good at this kind of thing.
Ricky is alive.
Ben, I don't know that.
I know. Another typical Army snafu. Situation normal, all fouled up. If that body in the coffin isn't Ricky's. Ricky's alive.
I don't know what else I can possibly do for you, gentlemen. I checked with my staff, and the answers come out exactly the same.
Well, we appreciate your efforts, Colonel, we do. But despite what your people have told you, there's obviously been some kind of a mistake in the case of Private Wilkinson.
I've been on the phone all morning. I rechecked the files myself, and I'm totally convinced that we sent the right body home for burial.
But how do you explain the physical discrepancy of 10 toes on the body? How do you explain?
Well, from what our pathologist tells us about the condition of the body, counting 10 toes is pure conjecture.
All right, Colonel, would it be possible for us to see your pathologist?
No, that won't be possible.
Colonel, I don't think you understand something. There's some very nice people back in Wyoming who have good reason to believe that the remains you sent them are misidentified.
Now, what if we brought in a third impartial source, you know, like a pathologist?
Now,
I know
hold it.
some...
Now, understand this. I'm not your adversary. I was as shocked and dismayed as anyone when I got Captain Ryder's phone call last night.
Right.
And I understand how a bureaucracy the size of the United States Army could make a mistake.
Well, they have made a mistake.
I have examined everything thoroughly, and this case is closed. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for a meeting.
Let's go, driver. Merry Christmas, Colonel.
Mr. Wilkinson, it is an honor to meet you, sir.
Well, I appreciate you agreeing to see me, Congressman.
Well, after what our government has been putting you through, nonsense. I'm your representative, sir. And you'd be Captain Ryder, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, please, have a seat. Thank you. Captain, I want you to know how proud we all are of the hard work you've done on this matter so far.
Well, thank you, sir.
This waiting has been getting to me. Were you able to find out anything in Washington?
Regrettably, no, not yet. These things, as I told you, take time. Mr. Wilkinson, can I call you Ben?
Huh?
Now, Ben, it should come as no surprise to you that the Pentagon is a great, big, complicated universe of its own. Just trying to get a straight answer out of those people, even on the simplest matter, it's a regular career achievement. Captain Ryder, I'm sure you can relate to what I'm talking about.
Oh, sure.
So, I made some calls to colleagues of mine in appropriations. Believe me, Ben, if anybody knows the right buttons to push to get things done, it's them. In the meantime, Captain, I take it your friends have had no luck?
No, sir. They've been striking out all over the place. My commanders closed the books on us, and there are no clues at Private Wilkinson's apartment or workplace.
I see.
Look, wait, do you think that I'm spinning fantasies here with Ricky being alive?
Well, no, Ben. Ben, don't worry about what people think. I'm going to get to the bottom of this matter. I told you, I promised. And I will pray that these so-called fantasies of yours come true.
Ben, I think it was a good move coming here today. It sounds pretty positive.
The guy is a waste of space.
Congressman Hess? Ben, he's doing a lot.
You know, he's doing a lot of talking. Look, when a man uses your first name in every sentence, he's trying to sell you something.
Well, look, Ben, I wasn't exactly crazy about the guy myself, but he is in a position to get us some answers.
Look, you don't have to say that for my sake.
I'm not. Really, I'm not.
Oh, come on. It's written all over your face. Come on, come on. Don't ever play poker for money. Yeah. My job is to see you get all the answers you deserve, Ben. Come on, I haven't been on a comb all my life. I know a snow job when I hear one.
Where the hell do they get those guys anyway?
Politicians?
Yeah.
Oh, they breed them. They farm in upstate New York.
Inbreeding, that must be it. Inbreeding.
Well, we're on our own. I want to check out every military hospital and the stockades. There's no telling what trouble the kid's gotten himself into this time.
Ben, you once said to me you wanted me to be honest with you, right?
Mm-hmm. Try me.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. This idea you have about Ricky still being alive is a long shot at best. You've got to understand that.
And who says it's a long shot? You?
No, not just me, Ben.
You know, you're starting to use my name in every sentence, too, now. What, are you trying to sell me something?
Maybe in a way I am, yeah.
Do you really think that Ricky's dead?
I don't know what I think. Look, Ben, I just don't want you to get your hopes up. That's all I'm saying.
Look, if my hopes aren't up, I'm not going to make it. Now, when you have kids of your own, then you talk to me.
Hey, Ben. I'm sorry.
You know the old saying, wishing doesn't make it so?
Yeah.
Don't you believe it?
Well, this is really odd, Cody.
What, Murray? What's that? What's odd?
Private Wilkinson service records. You know, I was having trouble locating them in the local Army computer.
Yeah?
I located it in Baton Rouge.
I don't understand, Murray. What's so odd about that? There's an Army base in Baton Rouge. I've been there.
Yeah, I know that, Cody. But the only Army records stored in Baton Rouge are those of veterans who served in Southeast Asia.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Wilkinson only joined the Army Reserve, last year, right? Yeah. He never fought in Vietnam.
Murray, first a mix-up about sending his body, and now this. What the hell is the Army trying to hide?
Well, arriving passenger Ernie Lindstrom.
Welcome on.
Hey.
Good.
This is Ben Wilkinson.
Murray Pazensky, sir.
How do you do, sir? Cody Allen. It's nice to meet you.
I want you boys to know how much I appreciate what you're doing for me and Ricky.
Yes, sir. We're happy to do whatever we can. Do you have some luggage? I think the claim is over here.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, you telling me that he still believes his son is alive?
It's a long story. I'll tell you this, though. I never wanted anything more in my life, and I want Ben to be right.
Boy, this is excellent work, Ben. Your friend, Mr. Resnick, he's very, very thorough. Look at the stuff he sent. The dental records, fingerprint charts. You see, by accessing the Army computer, I mean to compare these records with the Personnel Division files, and I'm going to find out who that soldier is that they keep insisting is your son. Now, if I get a positive ID here, there's no way they can be so obstinate. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's too complicated for me. I'm gonna go nuts waiting around here, letting machines do the work.
I know it's frustrating for you, but listen, believe me when I tell you that we're doing everything we know how to do.
I'm sure you are. The phone number of the commander, you know,
Ryan?
Yes, Colonel Ryan.
Oh, listen, Ben, I don't think it's a good idea for you to...
Now, he may have scared you boys off, but not me.
Ben, really, I really think you ought to leave
The
this...
number.
But, Ben...
Now, what is it?
Okay,
What
the
is it?
rental
Where'd you-
car's taken care of.
Hi, Cody.
What's going on in here? You guys all right?
Well, Ben wants to call Colonel Ryan.
Yeah, what I really want to do is belt the clown.
Yeah, Ben, I understand. I'd like to hold him down for you, okay? But the best thing we got going right now is our plan to get the information they're holding. You got it?
Well, you're gonna just walk into Army headquarters?
Yes. Just watch us.
Don't get it. Just don't get it.
What is it?
Nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't get it. How can a man be blown to bits by a mortar shell and nothing about the incident shows up on the base records? How can that be?
Yeah, there's no statement from the instructor on duty at the time either.
No witness statements either, right?
No. That's what I figured. Since when did Uncle Sam not write 1,000 pages on an accident like this, you know? They didn't even send a cleanup crew to the accident site, you realize that? I mean, how can a soldier fall off the face of the earth and there's no record of it at headquarters? Negligent death, maybe. Huh?
Or a murder.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, it's a lot bigger than we thought it was going to be. I told you Murray found Wilkinson's service records stashed in Baton Rouge.
All right. What are we supposed to do now? You know, I sure as hell cannot look Ben Wilkinson in the eye without having some answers.
There's always the direct approach.
Do you have any explanation how these men were able to just walk onto the base and into our central files, Lieutenant?
We're not sure, Colonel. They somehow managed to arrange passes at the main gate. We're looking for an inside accomplice.
Check into Colonel Murray Bazinski, inactive. He's your man.
They sure keep lousy hours around here, Nick.
Yeah, it's funny how fast the Army can move when they want to.
That'll be all, Captain.
Hello, Colonel. Guess you heard I'm back from Wyoming.
Your sarcasm's extremely inappropriate, Captain.
Sarcasm? What reason for sarcasm do I have?
No reason. Except that the Army's lying.
You gentlemen are in very deep trouble. Computer tampering, falsification of orders, breaking and entering, unauthorized access to classified documents.
Who is this guy, anyway?
Well, this guy is Lieutenant Walker, and he's here to find out everything you know about Private Wilkinson.
Or think you know.
There are certain reporters who just love a juicy cover-up. I think that's what we got here.
Well, what makes you think there's a cover-up?
What are Private Wilkinson's service records doing in Baton Rouge?
I think the Times could find that one out for us.
Yeah, they'd have it all over this Sunday's edition.
You know, Colonel, I believe in doing my duty as much as the next man. But where I draw the line is when that sense of duty is used to hurt someone like Ben Wilkinson. Ben is a very good man, and he deserves to have some straight answers about his son that go way beyond whatever reasons you've got for all this secrecy.
Even national security reasons, Nick?
Colonel?
That'll be all, Lieutenant. Take the guards.
Yes, sir.
How can a reserve PFC possibly involve national security, Colonel?
You know I can't tell you that, but you have my personal assurance that there are very real national security reasons involved here.
I think Ben Wilkinson deserves a lot more than that.
So does the family of whoever's in that casket in Wyoming, Colonel.
The casket that used to be in Wyoming. You know, we're not playing games here. You're on very fragile ground. Now drop this case and drop it immediately.
Man, I haven't been this proud of my country since the Bay of Pigs fiasco.
Tell me about it. Look at the clock. Look at the clock.
You think they're trying to tell us something?
Where you guys been hiding? What took you so long? Did you get anything?
Oh, Murray, we had car trouble. What's going on?
Oh, well, I'm very worried about Ben. He had a frustrating morning trying to reach that Congressman Hess of his back in Wyoming.
Hey,
you're back.
Hey, man. You won't believe what I've been through. That jackass congressman of mine, he won't take any of my calls.
Yeah, Murray told us. I think Cody and I can explain it to you, Ben.
Yeah. You found out something?
Listen, Ben, why don't you have a seat here, okay? And we'll tell you all about it.
It's another one of those sit down and talk things, honey.
Ben, it's pretty clear to us that Colonel Ryan or somebody in the military got to Congressman Hess last night and they dropped the Pentagon down on him.
They don't want investigating Ricky's whereabouts, Ben. They even called it a national security matter.
National security? The kid is a weekend warrior. He's not even an officer. He was a grease monkey in civilian life, for God's sake.
Ben, no one is going to intimidate us out of helping you, not even the United States Army.
No, I don't believe this is happening to me. This is my government. You know, I served this country all my life. 2 wars. And I even paid my taxes while everybody else around me was cheating on theirs. How much can we steal from the government this year, boys, huh? You know, when my wife died, I tried to raise I tried to teach him to be a good citizen, a good American. I even supported that crummy war you guys fought in. Although I never believed in it. What do I get? Snow jobs, double talk, conspiracy of silence. Well, damn them all to hell.
That's it.
Whatever.
Great, this is it. We've identified the body.
Captain Vic Harper.
Yeah, look at that resume, will you?
Highly decorated Vietnam vet. He had 3 active tours, special forces, and fluent in the Cambodian and Vietnamese languages. That's interesting.
Says Captain Harper died in a training exercise.
The same day that Rick Wilkinson was killed. There wasn't a single mention of this in the files at headquarters.
Yeah, the question remains, why would the military try to bury Captain Harper in Rick Wilkinson's grave?
Under a national security smokescreen.
You know what? I say we take this baby right to the newspapers. Battle with these bozos trying to push us around. Come on. Ben, we've identified the body in the casket. It was a soldier by the name of Harper.
Good.
You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes. Just, you know, I raised Ricky to be a man. A man. I spent most of my time yelling at him. I know. He joined the reserves to please me. And I never told him that wasn't the point. I never told him that now these guys, they're jerking me around. It's like I'm a duck in a shooting gallery going round and round.
That just proves that what goes around comes around, Ben. Look up there. You guys, isn't that the ever-charming Lieutenant Walker?
What the hell is he doing here?
Let's find out. Come on.
Lieutenant Walker, what a surprise.
You're in the neighborhood and you didn't drop by for eggnog, Lieutenant?
I strongly recommend you do not detain me.
Oh, do you now?
I'm on official Army business.
Hey, does the Army know that you've been listening to a Walkman on duty, Lieutenant?
Murray, you got any idea what's in that thing? Take a look.
It's a state-of-the-art, sophisticated listening device.
Why am I not surprised to learn that?
What official business are you on?
I'll have to answer to you.
Not unless you want to go to the hospital. Now, what is it?
I was only following orders.
That's very original, Lieutenant. You know something, man? You're really getting to me. It's a damn disgrace to that uniform what you're putting Ben Wilkinson through. It makes me ashamed I ever wore one. And I never thought there'd be anything that could make me ashamed of that.
Captain, wait. I'm bringing these men in to see Colonel Ryan.
I'll tell him you've arrived, sir.
No, there's no need for that. Thank you, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
very convincing, Lieutenant. You've passed your first test.
Yeah, keep up the good work. We'll put in a word for your court-martial.
Look, Lieutenant, why don't you just tell us whether or not Wilkinson is alive or not?
He's not, is he?
No.
Cambodia? What in the world was he doing in Cambodia?
It was a top-secret rescue mission, Murray, and it went bad.
A rescue mission?
Yeah.
To rescue whom?
American MIAs. Despite the public impression of us, we worked relentlessly to find any possibility of Americans imprisoned in the area. Reliable information placed a prison camp at the Phui Bacan Valley.
It says here that a volunteer unit was assembled in California, specially trained. Are you saying that Private Wilkinson was part of those volunteers?
Once he heard about the mission, he requested active duty status. He was killed in heavy firefighting. The unit barely had time to withdraw.
Why didn't you tell Ben this? You could have saved him a lot of hassle, you know that?
We couldn't tell him because officially no mission ever took place. You know, any leaking of this to the public will seriously jeopardize future missions.
Yeah, I can see that. The press would go crazy with that.
Well, what about the body? Why was the wrong one sent for burial?
Because somebody goofed, Murray. Captain Harper was killed on the same mission. And somebody got the tags mixed up. Am I right?
That was an extremely unfortunate situation. Private Wilkinson had already been buried in Captain Harper's grave. Once we realized what had happened, we had to proceed or run the risk of public knowledge of our actions.
Somebody's got to explain this to Ben Wilkinson.
You know I can't help you.
I think I know how you can.
En route to the projected location of the enemy camp, the detail was ambushed. Sudden hail of bullets, little or no cover. Captain Vic Harper was wounded almost immediately. Private Rick Wilkinson was close by. Captain Harper was about to throw a hand grenade when he was wounded. Live grenade fell out of his hand, the pin was out. Without regard for personal safety, Private Wilkinson dove for the grenade, covered it with his own body, saving the lives of many others in the unit through his extraordinary action. It's my honor to bestow on Private Rick Wilkinson, posthumously, the Distinguished Service Cross. We're all indebted to your son, sir. I'd like to apologize for the unforgivable delay in telling you that.
Thank you.
It's a very nice ceremony, Ben.
Excuse me, Mr. Wilkinson. Mr. Wilkinson, I'm Raul Castillo. I was in your son's unit.
Oh, it's nice to know you, Corporal.
I want you to know he cared a lot about the MIAs, Mr. Wilkinson. That's why he volunteered, in case some of them were still alive over there. He said it was a fair gamble. Mr. Wilkinson, there's something else. It's from Ricky. Even though it was against regulations, we all wrote letters home and then we traded them in case something went wrong. Yeah, I was going to deliver it to you as soon as they let me out of the hospital.
Hi.
He was a real great guy. We all owe him one.
Hi.
Ben?
Oh. You remember that, you remember that Mickey Mantle baseball mitt in Ricky's room? Yeah. When he
Christmas when he was 10 years old. His mother's been dead for 2 years. And he wanted that meant more than anything else in the world. And, well, it's been a bad year for me. I've been laid off by the company. And I told him he couldn't have it. After Christmas, maybe. And 2 days before Christmas, he came home and he had the mitt. He said he'd found $20 in the street. I knew he was lying. I knew he'd taken it from my wallet. And I yelled at him and I called him a liar. And I punished him. But I could never get him to admit it. $20. The letter is a damn confession.
No, it isn't, man.
It's more like a love letter. You know, he's setting things straight.
I hope so.
presents all around a tree. What does it really mean? Oh,
Who and me, it all seems very strange. How once a year the people change, and for a little while they open up their hearts.
oh, can't you see that something's wrong? We're singing all these holy songs, but the meaning doesn't last the whole year long. Now how'd we get so far behind? We should have this feeling all the time, but somehow now it seems so hard to find.